Hi, baby.
All right.
What's up?
First episode, mates.
We move. Okay.
Move.
Let's start with some Prem predictions.
Ty looks like a bum.
He does.
He looks like a bum. That's okay.
First and foremost.
Every day I look like a bum, so.
Okay. Prem predictions. So the Prem is back.
But we got the table.
I will pull up the
Table?
table. I'll pull up the table.
Well, first place,
But it starts-
Liverpool.
Unfortunately.
6 days, no?
Very unfortunately.
Yeah, 6 days.
6 days. That's legendary.
6 days, mate.
Next
week.
Wednesday. Yeah.
First game's Man City Arsenal. I actually want to look.
Ration.
I haven't looked at all the games this coming week.
United Spurs.
True.
Really? They're
That's
coming
another
through
good one.
some
There's
bangers.
No
there's two
Delhi.
good
We'll
games.
get to that later, though.
We will touch on that.
I still have no idea.
Okay, so the table currently, Liverpool, this is a pre-COVID restart.
Okay.
Liverpool 82, City 57, Leicester 53, Chelsea 48, United 45, Wolves 43, Sheffield 43. And
Sheffield.
Spurs, Arsenal, Burnley.
Okay.
Spurs are 41,
I
Arsenal
don't
40.
know. I don't think Sheffield are going to be the same.
I don't think they're going to
I don't know.
finish in
Also, City have a game in hand.
Yeah, City and Villa do.
And Sheffield has a game in hand. And Arsenal do.
Yeah, those are the four that play
in Villa?
the Wednesday game. Yeah.
Yeah, but Villa.
That's
are
important for
fucking-
Villa.
Ooh, okay, yeah.
What, top four predictions
let me
and
look at
relegation
games.
predictions?
So I saw some post that was it showed who has games against the top and the bottom teams.
Yeah.
And I think it might have been United has the least amount of top 6 games.
We have Spurs and Leicester, and the rest are
that kind of hurts United,
And,
to be honest.
and there are 4 bottom
Southampton,
6 games.
Southampton, Brighton, I think.
Doesn't United perform better against top 6
Bro,
clubs?
I'm putting it out there. Brighton are gone. I've said this. From
I
day
think Brighton
one.
are the worst team in the Premier League.
I agree. I've said this from day dot.
Dude, I can't believe they
suck.
stayed up last season.
I think they've been up for 2 seasons. They've been up.
I was
for 2
really
seasons.
surprised. I was like, wow.
I don't think
Proper,
I don't think Watford will get relegated after the restart. I think they can.
They're not a bad team.
I think they have one of the of the
Exactly.
bottom sides. They have one of the best squads.
They do. I mean,
I can't believe
Sarr-
how they started this season. I was like,
every
really
other.
surprised.
You look at every other bottom side. Norwich have 2 standout players. They Pookie kind of carried them in the beginning of the year, but
Cantwell.
fell way
Buendia.
Cantwell's fine, but really they only have a couple.
Yeah.
Villa is just carried by Grealish at
I think
They
I can
don't
see
have bad players either, though.
Villa could stay up because Villa does
Villa
have the
could
game in
stay up.
hand.
Villa could stay up, and Watford could for sure.
Brighton, Bournemouth, and Norwich. I think Brighton, Bournemouth, and Norwich.
Dude, West
You
Ham
think
as well.
Bournemouth-
I was a bit
I don't know.
surprised with West
Okay.
Who manages Bournemouth right now?
Eddie Howe, still I believe.
Ham. Yeah.
I haven't gotten signed yet. That's good. I don't know. I could see
But again, Callum Wilson and Josh King are
again
always,
it's hard to say West Ham will struggle.
Exactly.
They have a strong side.
David Moyes at the head
That-
as well.
That's bad for them, to be honest.
They-
They don't have a
they
strong
can-
side, but they have strong individuals, just like Watford do.
yeah.
So I don't know. I could see. I mean, it's not a hot take to say Norwich are getting
No.
dumped.
Norwich and Brighton,
But-
I think, are for sure.
Yeah, Brighton are.
And Brighton plays
They're only
Brighton.
2 points
I remember
above.
reading something. I'm pretty sure.
Weren't they top half?
I'm pretty sure Brighton
Earlier in the
plays.
year? Brighton.
I'm pretty sure Brighton's
I'm not
remaining schedule is United, Liverpool, and City. I think they have to play all 3 of them
Well,
at some point in
Yes.
the remaining schedule.
fault.
So I definitely think they're. What do they have?
United, Arsenal.
Leicester, Man City, Liverpool.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Oh,
That's
man.
a tough. That is
Oh,
it.
man.
And how many of those are?
Dumped. But you don't even need to look who they're playing to know that they're getting dumped. They just put up stinker performances.
They don't have anyone, standout player either. I don't think I can name a single player on their team. Other than, Dunk. He's on
Dunk.
Brighton, right?
Yeah. Okay, top 4.
Okay, so
I don't think
let's
top
see.
4 are going to change.
So we're saying Brighton, Norwich. I don't know who's gonna finish 18th though. I'm not gonna lie, because I don't. I mean, any of these 3, it will probably be one of West Ham,
I bet
Watford, or Bournemouth.
Villa
but
could finish 18th.
that's true.
Villa could finish 18th, but I don't think they will.
What do you think? Do you think they'll escape.
I think Villa will get out because they do have a game in hand.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that is tough to
I
say.
know.
Of those remaining teams, I would be surprised for any of them to be relegated, to be honest.
I think
Well, the bottom two, Norwich and Brighton, not surprised at all. Like, I think they should go. But other than that, like, of those remaining teams...
I think Villa could get the drop, to be honest.
And especially without Wesley, like if Jack Grealish doesn't score a goal or doesn't do something in the game, like
It's just
they just
hard.
don't have.
Like,
another-
it's just
oh, they
hard
do.
with-
They do get John McGinn back, I think.
Yeah,
Which I mean,
but it's just hard.
I don't know how much
Just
to
hard to
celebrate
back
that.
him. Hard to back him. Let's see. I don't know who they play. They still have Sheffield,
whoa.
Chelsea,
Well,
Wolves, Liverpool, Man U, Arsenal, Everton. Like all.
oh, okay. I could definitely. Okay, yeah, I could see them getting the drop.
It's just
With
hard,
that
yeah.
schedule.
Definitely hard.
Okay. Anyways, top four.
You don't think the top four is going to change?
Maybe Leicester will drop to fourth, but I think they'll make Champions League. I really do.
I don't know.
I have full faith in Leicester.
He has faith
He
in
has-
Harvey Barnes now.
he has full
which he
faith.
didn't rate before.
Hey,
He said-
I take back everything I said about Harvey
I
Barnes.
can't
Right?
believe you back him.
Ever since he's been a Leicester super fan since 2016, he has full faith.
Yeah.
But I honestly don't think they finish top four.
I think they do.
I don't know. I think it's going to be. I think this is a long break for them, and I think in terms of what other sides are gaining, they're not gaining anything. Like you think about it. Okay,
But
Chelsea,
they don't.
Chelsea
They
get back
didn't have any
Pulisic.
major injuries though.
That's what I'm saying though. But other sides have had major injuries. But Chelsea get back Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Pulisic, I guess Tammy Abraham.
They're in top four though.
They could jump Leicester.
No, that's what I
But
said.
then-
I could maybe see Leicester fall to fourth.
But then United get back Pogba, Rashford, and I think they could finish ahead of Leicester as well.
It could, but my prediction personally, I can see.
I mean, 8 points. And what's Leicester's schedule? Who do they play?
They play Brighton.
They put Brighton.
Okay.
Still got Chelsea, Everton, Arsenal.
That
United,
it
Spurs.
could come down to the last game
They
of the
have
season.
bro, and the last two. Sheffield's tough too.
Yeah.
It's gonna be tough. I mean, everyone's got like top six games.
No, yeah, for
everyone's
sure.
got it tough.
I'm not saying it's going to be easy.
I
just
honestly think it'll come
they
down
can
to the
figure it out.
final day for Leicester.
We have Liverpool and Wolves as our last two games.
That's because I think
Still
at least
have
for
to play
United
City
it lines up
again.
nicely, like that schedule.
Still have to play City again.
I can see United break. I can see United breaking into the top four though as well.
I don't know. They had a good run of form before this happened.
The thing
They're
with
getting good players back.
the thing with United and Chelsea is like they've been very inconsistent.
They've been inconsistent, but also they've both had injury struggles for like
The whole
key
season,
players who they rely on.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess, but I don't
Like
know.
if when Tammy was out, who's scoring goals for them?
Michi.
That's right.
And
smashed you
Big
guys.
Ollie wasn't getting the
Olivier.
call up. I think he should have.
I think you should.
I mean, I don't know. I saw some tweet that Arsenal fans were getting hyped about the restart, and then they think they're gonna finish top four. Arsenal fan Twitter thinks Arsenal's gonna finish top four.
Bro,
I
they
don't
might
know if
finish
they'll finish
10th
top
or
half.
lower. Yeah, that's
Like, I mean,
They might finish 10th or
a
lower.
friendly to Brentford.
Bro, and the goals, they were bangers, but like how they were turned over.
I mean,
was
good
like,
finishes,
wow.
yeah, but they were
Touch on
gifts.
Every single goal, every single one was off a turnover.
Let me just put out
And-
there that when we went to the match this
Dead
season,
atmosphere.
dead atmosphere, but they f***ing had put on an atmosphere for David Luiz, and I'm still. It makes me feel so happy just
In the
because the
pre-match,
whole
too.
time I was just like, you might like him for a little bit, and in 8 months you're gonna be coming back. You're gonna be like, this guy is terrible. This guy ruined our club. I still love him, but he's a bit like okay.
He's
careless.
Here's the goal. Here's the goal.
He's just careless.
What is he playing at?
Like header,
Flicks
it up,
flicks it.
and then like
That's
get rid
right.
of it.
I do rate the right stick flick.
No.
Of course you would.
You have to.
No,
But
Kate of
also,
all
what is
people-
this jog back from your center half?
Oh yeah, that as well.
It's unreal. Like,
It's just, he's gonna jog back and,
Look at that, look
swing
at
his
that.
leg at it.
He like doesn't give a.
I hope he gets a starting 11 position when he's back, but post this performance,
Mate, to be fair though, I'm telling you that was a banging finish.
yeah,
And then what? The second goal was a giveaway by Lacazette as well.
Yeah, just
That's a decent goal.
that's a decent.
Lacazette.
Bro, he looks bald, and he looks like he shaves his own
Honestly,
head.
I rate Lacazette. I think he's a good striker.
I think he's a good player. I don't know how. Like, I'm not saying I rate him hugely, but like,
No,
I don't see
he's a
how.
solid striker.
How is he not started with a
Every
partnership with Aubameyang? Like,
It would just-
turnover.
they can play two up top. They're not a side that shouldn't play two up top. Like,
Yeah,
those
exactly,
are their
for sure.
They're
the two
their
best
top
players. Like they should be using them to their full strengths.
I don't get that.
An Arsenal Aubameyang
So I mean,
two would be sick.
to me though, like
It is
Okay,
sick.
so
When they
you-
play together, they play very well.
so with this game, you go out and you play a championship side,
This
and you lose 3-2,
This-
and
this
you're
fucking-
expected.
Okay, what are they gonna? What's the?
man,
That is a banging goal.
what a finish!
That's a bang.
Oh my god! I mean, it does come off a turnover, but like,
Who
wow.
are they gonna? Who are they gonna play? That's gonna put up a performance against City. In less than a
Arsenal?
week's
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They're getting
they
smacked.
lose to a championship side, and they're expected to go play City, who are going to be fully healthy.
Like I get,
So
I don't know. I kind of get this result because it's
behind closed doors, but
and also like at this point in time, it's basically a new season.
yeah,
Like
that's like going to like
Clubs haven't
lose
played-
3-2 to an MLS side.
clubs haven't played since middle of March, so like it's understandable for me, and like I think the season that we won the Prem the last time in like 2017, our preseason was terrible, and we like lost hella games. But like when it comes to a different league, it might not matter. So like I could see them. I don't know. I can't see them winning, obviously.
Yeah.
But like I don't want to say that they'll get like smacked 5-0 because
to City?
I see. I don't think they'll get smacked, but I also like. I agree. I don't think they
it
would.
will be interesting to see
Because
how
it's
the
it's
Prem
not
teams
like
come back.
it's not like Brentford sat back and like scored 3 counterattack goals. Like
which in itself is like kind of surprising, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know. It's like they did it to themselves, and so I don't know if they play like this against City, they will lose 5-0. But I don't think they'll
Yeah.
play like that against Man City.
For sure, bro.
Spurs, I could
they
see Spurs coming back all right
without Dele.
without Sun
Okay, should we
with
move on?
Sun and with
Bro,
Shall we
yes,
get
you keep
into this
on back
Dele-
this
oh,
Dele
yeah,
thing.
Ty
I'm like,
hasn't
what's
seen
going on?
this.
He's hurt?
this was
so
a couple weeks
So
ago.
this came. He got suspended today, right?
He got suspended today. Yeah,
I
Suspended.
saw this today. Anyways, he got suspended for one match because of something he put on social media,
Oh god.
and he also got fined $50,000
Oh,
or
yeah.
50,000
Euros or pounds.
Nice. He.
Brexit.
Okay, this is.
that has nothing to do with Brexit.
I know.
This-
they
this
always
is-
had pounds. But
This is the vid. This is the title.
wait, I didn't see the title. Dele Alli charged with misconduct after mocking outbreak. He's only 23.
Could hit bit, so this came out. Oh, yeah. So it was a really long time ago. They
This
just
happened in
announced-
February. Yeah.
and they
When
just
so
announced-
COVID wasn't a big deal at this time. It wasn't as big of a deal as it is now. And so this was what he put on his
my.
Snapchat.
So it says Corona. What?
Also, please listen with volume. I don't get that.
I don't get that either, but.
Hi guys, ready?
I didn't get it.
Perfect.
I get it.
So that was an Asian individual whom he zoomed in on.
Oh, well, it's blurred. No wonder. I was like, I don't get it.
So he thought that was okay to post.
He's like, yeah, I reckon this will bang. Like, my fans will love this. What?
How come this is just now getting spotlight? This is already in February. What the? What?
Shocking.
Shocking
I
for
just
sure.
don't understand. Like,
What? He's like, my bad. Like, I thought it was funny,
What
but
goes-
Listen with volume as well.
I don't get that part. I definitely get that part. Like, but like, what goes through his mind to think like, yeah, this is my Snapchat followers are gonna love this.
so he can't play against United now
Yeah, he can't play.
in like one of
Wow.
their biggest games.
Wow.
Probably their biggest chance to gain ground on the top four.
So only
Honestly, in my opinion, their toughest game left.
Yeah.
They play Leicester second to last game week.
Anyway, wait, hold on. Was it only a 1-game suspension?
It's only a 1-game ban, which is kind of amazing to me that that's only a 1-match ban. Given the circumstances.
Yes.
I would. I understand because he got fined. You know, like it wasn't like. I see kind of that as something completely separate from, like, playing. I don't know. I get why he's been suspended, but usually 100%. If a person does that, they just get like a big fine.
Yeah. If he did that today, if he put that video out today, do you think he would have had a worse suspension?
No.
Like, given what he knows about it now, and then still decided to do it?
But I don't think so.
No, because it's the same. It's the same thing. It's just an Asian individual, and he's talking about Corona. I feel like it holds the same.
Yeah.
It's
weight. I guess you could say. I feel like it would be the same punishment.
Yeah.
But that's mad.
Yeah, I wasn't really expecting a game ban, to be honest. Because like when players do stuff like that, don't they usually?
Well, did Bernardo didn't Bernardo do something like that and get a ban?
But Andre Gray,
he ain't never got banned.
He didn't even get banned.
That's what I'm saying.
But those were just like
they were
horrible. They were horrible tweets. But it was like way long ago, like before he played for Watford, I think.
I mean,
well, it's like the
MLB
guy who like they found his tweets during the middle of the All-Star game. Josh Hader, the pitcher.
Yeah.
It's kind of a situation like that where it's like, really frowned upon.
Dude, the amount
society,
of white teenagers who post the N-word on social media blows my mind. Like I
get it.
I cannot comprehend that.
It's disgusting.
And then it resurfaces like idiot, literal idiot.
Like you just ask him to just
and the excuse,
be unemployed for the rest of your life.
And the excuse of they were young, they don't understand.
Bro,
I never even.
TikTok is gonna kill kids.
I know.
TikTok is gonna.
It already has.
It already has. The kids who got kicked out of high school. Yeah, that's just horrible. How do you do? Why again?
TikTok is gonna ruin so many kids' lives because they're. I mean, rightly so.
Yes, they have. Yeah, rightly so.
Should do
the ones that KSI puts up sometimes that you see that he reviews.
Oh yeah,
like there's people have sent him some horrible ones, and if you're showing your face too.
Oh man.
Oh, his Discord when he does one question go.
Yeah.
Like tell me a joke, one joke go. Like bro, they just N-word. Like
I don't understand.
What?
Shocking.
It's so shocking.
I'm just looking at this. Brighton have a -8 goal difference. How? Every other club is just way in the negative.
Wow, that's kind of impressive.
Like. They're up there with Burnley and Crystal Palace. They have a better goal difference than Everton.
Everton.
Everton started.
Shout out Ethan. He'll be on the pod soon.
Everton started off really poorly. They were in relegation at the start of the season for a while. So that doesn't surprise me, to be honest.
And they do have a decent squad as well.
No, they do.
They've had decent management.
Yeah,
it's like why are they bad?
Right? That's not
Ancelotti.
Yeah, Ancelotti. That's what I meant.
How did they swing that one?
Dude, I was like,
I don't know. And then he got sacked because they were doing so bad, didn't he?
No, Ancelotti's still there.
He's the one who's still there. He's the one who replaced whoever got sacked.
Marco Silva. I was so shocked that he took that job.
But like both great managers, and then,
dude, he went Madrid, Bayern then?
Bayern out of a job, I think.
And then where?
Napoli.
And honestly,
Napoli, and then Everton?
Out of the three of them, Duncan Ferguson has done the best. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm gonna say.
Oh, still back in the predictions?
I think I haven't said my piece. I think United will finish 4th.
Over Chelsea?
As much as it. No.
Oh, Leicester out.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think United and Chelsea are going to be 3-4.
I just think. But Leicester have gone a lot based on like, I don't know. They kind of thrive on momentum, you know.
Yeah, that's true. That's what I'm saying.
That's a fair point.
They're not like if you look at the squad. You're not like, oh damn, like
which is very
Ndidi's better than Conte, or like Harvey Barnes is better than
Rashford.
Ndidi like, does have the potential.
Oh, he definitely does. He's a baller. Guy.
But he's like, so good.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Yeah, but like if you match up the squads, you're not like, wow, Leicester, you know.
No,
but like I think their players thrive, obviously as they have done on like momentum.
Momentum.
Kind of stringing
I also
together
feel like
performances.
management. I feel like Brendan Rodgers has done
And yeah,
He's a really good
amazing.
manager.
but also like his Liverpool side was kind of the same way when 13-14.
No, he's a great manager.
Momentum.
Yeah.
Like Liverpool 13-14 did not have a great squad. Martin Skirtle,
Hey, he's
Glenn Johnson, John Flanagan.
Okay, well, I ain't gonna put respect on Glenn Johnson's name, but
Well, he not that they're bad players.
Honestly,
but,
I was kind of surprised
like
he signed
Sacco started a lot of games.
Yeah, like-
they didn't really have like a, I don't know.
they weren't bad players, but like
I mean, they didn't have Suarez
didn't have
and
a
Sturridge,
class.
though.
And Coutinho.
but then
Yeah,
they
like-
couldn't play that same style after in the next season.
No, yeah.
Well, they
But
tried to, but they couldn't.
honestly, I was really surprised when Brandon Rodgers signed the extension. I'm not gonna lie, I thought he was gonna go to a Big Six club, top 6 club.
But I mean, the
To
way
who?
he played, yeah. What
Who just signed a manager?
Arsenal?
Arsenal. Actually, I don't mind if you're not taking that job.
But I don't
That's
think-
a tough
But
job to
also,
take.
also the way he
Tough
plays
job to take and
and the way
like,
Arsenal play.
it's a
Yeah,
downgrade.
yeah.
It's
It is.
true.
But I mean, he can come into a team and I don't know.
He can.
I think he can make a difference. But
People will also, I think players will also like psychologically never see Leicester as bigger than Arsenal. Maybe not never, but like just based
At
on
the current
club and like
time.
the thing with the Arsenal job is that's a tough job to take
Right
because
now.
you have super high expectations from fans and like whoever's in charge of that club.
But why though? That confuses me.
Because they're expected, they have the money and all that.
But yeah, see, I get that. I saw a tweet today. It was actually pretty funny. It said Arsenal are just a Blackburn that win an FA Cup every once in a while. Haven't won the league title since 2004. And I think as that kind of sums it up perfectly. Like they act like they're a super super big like Galacticos type club, but then like I guess
I mean, they consistently finish like they were finished 4th for like how many seasons? In a row?
yeah. But it's like
But again,
That's-
they're not that anymore.
they're
Just
not even that.
Yeah, just like United isn't
I don't know.
United of before.
But like when Arsenal would finish 4th, it was like, oh, this isn't good enough. We want to win.
No, I agree.
We want to be in the top spots of the league. But then now it's like, oh, we need to finish 4th. Hopefully, I'll be happy if we finish 4th. Like that's a huge. And granted, I think that comes with the times, but
Mhm.
I do think they've definitely lost pull power.
But the reason they have that expectations, like I said, is because they bring in a lot of money. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Teams that bring in that amount of profit and all that, they're expected to sign the top players and perform at the top
Yeah,
level. You know
I
what I
agree.
mean? So with a club like Arsenal, you're like, this is literally pathetic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Which
yeah.
did surprise me though that Leicester are what like 16th
they do their
in
value.
the world
yeah.
of club
Oh,
values.
yes!
That's crazy. That's
I
way
did-
more than
I
I,
was-
thought. Yeah.
Surprised me.
I mean,
yeah.
the thing what's gonna be key, I think, is when Leicester. That's gonna like tell like really if Leicester
they
do have
sign
the have the pull power is when they need to sign a replacement for Jamie Vardy. I think that's gonna be the time when you know either players are willing to go play there or
That's true.
It's
because
very true.
they haven't had to they
Will
haven't.
happen soon too.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Very soon.
2 years, maybe.
Maybe 2 years.
I mean, that's
I think
something.
he can produce 2 more seasons.
Yeah, you can definitely get.
But not. I don't think. I honestly don't think he'll be like
But see,
top
now,
goal scorer.
now is it going to be someone
He'll be
like?
consistent goal scorer, but not like
That's
like
what he's
right now.
been.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah, fair enough.
But is it going to be
consistently
someone from
15
like?
goals.
Yeah, true.
More
true.
this season, obviously.
Yeah. So is it going to be some? But see, that's the thing is like, is it going to be someone like Callum Wilson or Josh King who's just going to come from like a Bournemouth,
Yeah.
or is it going to be
To be fair, Callum Wilson would not
Something
be a
like-
bad sign.
like I don't know?
No, it wouldn't. But also, you wouldn't, be blown away by that signing.
Yeah, but like
Fair, fair.
could
So
they
that's kind of like what we're
could they pry Lacazette away from Arsenal? Like something like that,
right. Like, you hear the name and you're like, oh.
and that's a
Laka?
player playing with Brendan Rodgers. Like I know some Arsenal fans don't rate him, but
Okay, here's a topic that we're going to discuss: is who has of the top 6 the most pull power
I still
and like
at
rank
least
at
right
least.
now big 6 or top 6, like including Arsenal, Spurs, United.
I would say.
I would say,
go
okay.
big 6.
Liverpool, Man City, Leicester, Chelsea, United, Spurs, Arsenal.
Okay, so then 7 or whatever, 7 of them.
Leicester.
So-
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
well,
honestly
Leicester's in top
I honestly
3.
think
you got to put them in there.
Liverpool are
Yeah.
Or-
at the bottom.
or Wolves.
of pull power.
Really?
Liverpool at the bottom of that
Bottom.
for pull
Disagree.
power. For pull power, I think Liverpool are at the bottom.
Disagree.
like
Pull power.
You would want to go.
Can you describe what pull?
they've signed big name players. They have great players. Don't get me wrong, but they haven't signed a big. I think Timo Werner's
Basically,
a perfect
how
example of that.
much a player would want to sign for that. Team.
Okay, that's what I thought. You're really gonna put Liverpool at the bottom.
I think they have they definitely have worse pull power. Maybe Spurs at the bottom, but they definitely have worse pull power than Chelsea, United, and Arsenal. I think, and obviously City.
I would say Arsenal, to be honest.
But then when you think about it, okay. So when you think about the players Liverpool have recently signed, good players turned into great players under Klopp.
Yep.
But it's not like when they signed these players. These weren't big name players who are like, oh, I'm a big name player. I want to leave Real Madrid, a club or I'm an up and coming star. I want to leave this club and go to Liverpool because that's the next step of my career. Timo Werner, I think, is a great example of that. Timo Werner could have big name. Everybody knows who Timo Werner is.
That's a 6 signing, by the way.
That's what I'm saying, though.
Cheers.
That type of player
It was surprising. I honestly
That
was
type of
surprised
player
that he was like,
should be going to Liverpool.
yeah. And I don't know what he talked about with Klopp.
And see, I
A
don't
German
see
manager.
why
he's
not.
German.
Why he's not going to Liverpool, but instead he's going to Chelsea.
I get, but also like he will have more of a chance in the Chelsea squad, and that's
He'll have more of a chance, but I think also
he wouldn't start over Firmino. They're not going to break up that front three
I agree.
for next season. They're
Okay,
not
maybe
going to
not
break
for
up.
next season.
The amount of
And
chemistry
so
that's
it's not like
trio
it's not like
middle.
Werner would sign for that, and this is why I get it. Like it still surprised me, but I fully get it because he's not going to break into their starting three next season, and he's not going to sign for a club and not play next season because he doesn't need to do that. He can go to he can go to a lot of world class teams, like top of the top teams,
He wants
play,
guaranteed playing time, though.
and play and
Yeah.
start and score a lot of goals. So
I understand that too, but I think part of that is though when you have a team like Liverpool, or like they're gonna at like that type of mentality, they're gonna want to keep winning and they want to keep adding stronger players to their squad. And so I think it's interesting that I think about Kai Havertz, Sancho, and Timo Werner, those three players who all have these big transfer rumors going around, and realistically, any of them would make Liverpool better. And I don't think any of them are going to go to Liverpool.
I don't think Liverpool is necessarily out in the market as much.
But if they could go to Liverpool if they wanted to. But
they could, but their price tag isn't worth it for Liverpool because they feel like that's not a priority right now. I guess.
I think obviously it depends on the position.
So
like
if
what you play,
yeah.
But like if I'm a center mid, I fully am going to Liverpool over Arsenal. I think Arsenal's bottom of all those.
I
teams.
agree.
But Arsenal has still signed some big name players.
Well maybe not bottom, but I say not bottom because players could come in and want to be like a part of the change to bring them back up, and they will have a chance. Like whoever's going to manage Arsenal in the future, probably not going to lay too much faith in all the players that are there right now.
And don't blame them.
You know, like even Aubameyang, even the club doesn't sound like they want to put faith in Aubameyang.
Which is
He's got some
shocking.
transfer rumors, hasn't he?
They said, well,
He's going to get.
I don't know about. I haven't heard specific transfer rumors, but I saw something that said
25 mil, right?
they would, for
That's what I
a
heard.
price tag over 20 mil, they would get rid of him.
Daniel James cost 15 mil.
Why?
And Aubameyang is top 3 scorer in the league.
Every season he's been in the Prem, he's been top 3 goal scorer.
Imagine Leicester certainly have 30 million to fork over.
Oh my God, Aubameyang would be just insane.
And he would fit so perfectly.
Yes, a speedy little.
Over the top balls.
Yes. Well, come on now.
Over the top balls.
We've got some possession based. Well, come on now.
No.
I think
Chelsea
I
and United are the highest pull power. So
I don't know.
they'll
if
still sign. They'll still sign big name players. Even if they're not
I
in the top
agree
four.
with that.
I would
agree
have
with
said
that.
City, but
Depending on their
Ban.
ban thing.
Exactly. That's what I was
If
looking
their ban thing, which honestly, I don't know if they're gonna get a ban.
I think they're gonna drop it down to 1 year.
Maybe, but I've looked at it and I don't know like the situation fully, but I explained it to you the other
you
day,
talked about this.
and it's like I think the fraud happened in like 2016,
Mhm.
and they're just now finding out about it because they didn't have whatever information that basically showed that they breached financial fair play.
Yeah.
And they just now got some extra resource or someone like through some other thing. That's how they found out about the breach. And the thing that they like used to find out about it was like illegal.
Sketchy.
Like was it UEFA or was it the FA?
I think it was UEFA.
I think it was UEFA. I don't think UEFA is allowed to like confer
So it's
with
it's
them.
like that kind of like
So it's
amendment, you
it's
can't
like
bring evidence into court if it's illegally obtained.
exactly. So like UEFA got illegal evidence to show that City did something illegal.
Yeah, so then you
it's like
can't use that evidence.
City did do it, but it might be true that they won't be allowed to use the evidence. So
Then if that's true, then I don't think they're going to be able to do
I
that.
don't know.
It all comes down to that. But
if they didn't do it illegally, if whatever UEFA did was say it wasn't legal, I think they would drop it down to 1 year, because I don't think they would completely get rid of it. Just because at this point they would kind of be just making a mockery of fair play if they just did it all and then said no, we're not actually going to ban it.
so here's a question for City: do you think any other players are going to leave?
If the ban gets upheld, 100%.
Just 1 year though. If
That's
I'm
a good
like
question.
a De Bruyne,
I mean, you're in your prime of your career.
I don't.
Also,
I
one more
can't-
year in front of a World Cup,
Exactly. I can't sit out a year of non-Champions League football.
and the Euros. The Euros are next summer.
What does that have to do with anything?
But you're going to be wanting to be playing in competitive. Like your national team managers want you playing in as the most competitive football.
But to be
okay.
fair, United don't play Champions League football, but they have higher pull power than City, who also won't be playing Champions League football.
But they're not playing
Honestly-
in Europa either, though.
But
That's the thing, though. They're not going to be playing in
They're not going to be playing in any tournament.
but do players really care?
I mean, I don't know. I think it's not like.
I
Do
mean,
players care enough about playing in the Europa
Well, see, I
League?
think
it's a question we can't really answer. You know what I mean?
I think-
me personally, I would care. But
the thing with pull power too is I think what at least attracts people about United or Chelsea, like kind of in these rebuilding phases with new youth, whatever. Like that's an attractive prospect to be a part of that. Whereas with City, like
they not
not being in the Champions League is not because they're in a rebuilding phase.
They can't really go up.
Exactly. Like people aren't there to You're not going. Oh, I want to be a poster boy for City. I want to be there for 10 years. No, they're going because they want to win now.
Mm-hmm.
And if they can't do that,
Yep.
And it's like no, I can't really think of any of their players, and the word loyalty doesn't exactly scream in my mind. I mean,
at City, yeah, for sure. No,
Raheem.
yeah, clearly Raheem's not loyal because he fucking.
I read something the other day. I don't know how accurate it was. I saw something that says Raheem Sterling would be open to considering offers from United if City's ban gets upheld. And I just thought
that would be so funny.
I just imagine the trajectory of that man's career. Liverpool, big money move to City,
and
then
now
United.
Now he's like, yeah, I'll go to United.
Play for all.
That would be. Give him the number 7.
Give him
That's Jadon Sancho's jersey. Can't give that up.
Sancho.
If City don't have a ban, are they? Then what's the
Number
deal
one
with
for sure.
number
For
one?
pull power,
For sure.
I mean, current City. I mean, just with
Can't argue too much with that. Can't argue with playing under Pep.
And then you put Chelsea, United, 2 or 3.
I don't think it really matters. But
Uh,
yeah. But even like
I don't know. Obviously, I'm biased, but personally, I would rather play under Lampard than Ole.
I see. I think that also like.
Yeah, I can see that, to be honest.
But I think it also depends on like what type of style of soccer you like to play. Like I can definitely see like Lampard definitely being more of like a possession, like fast build. Like for me personally, like I think it also like reflects like in an actual player too, like what you like.
Mm.
And it's like me personally, like I like the way he plays, as in like fast build up, counterattacking, like it's exciting. It's kind of always. I think Lampard and Solskjaer are actually the perfect managers at this time for their clubs because they're both investing in youth, and they're not 100% with the old like 2009, 2010 that era of managers. They're not the same, but there's shades of that style maybe kind of creeping back in, and I think that they're both the right guys for their club.
I also think they're guys that, like, you don't really go. I don't know, could be wrong, but I don't really think you go to play for either of those managers thinking like they play this way.
No, you go to them because you're going to develop.
Yeah, and you go to them because you're like that managing style, not really the like way the team plays. Because I think Lampard could build it. He could play defensive football. I think Ole could too. Like, I don't think it's really like you go to Mourinho to play.
I haven't heard one player
football,
complain about either of those two managers.
Yeah, or you go to Pep to play Tiki-Talka or fast build up.
Like I think they can work more players into their system, right? They can, I guess, adapt more because they don't really have. I guess they're not as experienced, so they don't really have that identity.
Mm-hmm. And then after, so I can agree with you guys on that.
I think.
Then I would say Liverpool fourth.
I think Chelsea, United, City.
With the ban in place, or is this your list?
I don't know. It's hard to talk about the ban.
I would put City first, bro.
Yeah,
I personally, I might have Arsenal higher than Liverpool in terms of just in terms of pull power. Like think of the players that Arsenal have brought in at their stature at the time Arsenal brought them in compared to
that's
the players.
like changed a lot
What
recently.
players are you referencing?
Like Aubameyang, Alexis Sanchez. Like Arsenal were in fourth. Lacazette. I mean, Pepe looked pretty good when they brought him in.
I just think like more than any other club, they've
Ozil?
changed so much recently.
Ozil came in a while ago.
Because when those players came in, they were consistent top four finishers.
Exactly.
And like they were.
I guess now. Okay, I guess now.
Title.
Dude, now I would honestly put them at the bottom. Like,
I guess
who would
now
wanna go
that's
to Arsenal
definitely
right
going
now.
down.
They don't have a stable manager. I don't
That's
think.
true. That's true.
Oh,
They
for
don't
sure.
have a stable. The only reason why you would want to go is because
Like
you'd
you
be
said
able to
earlier.
break into the team.
Or that.
But it's not
Easy.
even like, I don't know. Arteta could be their guy.
I don't see it.
I mean,
Or
I
is
would say
this-
it's too early to tell.
or
It hasn't
it
been there
is
for
too
that
early
long.
to tell.
And
And
is
also,
this like
he hopped into that show, and with that squad, I don't know how. I personally don't think they should keep I don't know if they should have sacked Emery.
well, I don't know. Like
It's hard-
He lost the dressing room,
He did,
and
it's
he was
hard
never
to
going to get
back,
that back.
Yeah, for
Emery.
sure.
but I think they could have kept Lundberg for the rest
Yeah,
of the
okay,
season.
that would
because you're not gonna
Freddie? Yeah.
you're not gonna bring in some guy that's
Sounder.
gonna in mid-season, not just during the off season, middle of a season, turn this
around. No signings.
into
No
this.
signings. Just turn it around.
Just
That's a
no
great
one's
point.
gonna do that. So why would I don't?
Also, their budget
They
isn't
could've-
fantastic either. Like he's not going to be able to bring in tons of players,
Yeah, not tons. And
and he
they've
definitely
lost-
seems.
I feel like Arsenal lose the most value out of players. Like they don't sign
see that.
players and sell them. They sign players and they just stay.
I think they've signed
They
players
got
who are past their
basically-
peak, good performers
Except
still,
Aubameyang.
Or at their peak.
at their peak or past their peak, still performers, and it just
And they don't get
never
anything
get
out
any
of it.
better.
Ozil, zero.
I feel
transfer
like the
fee.
whole time he was there, he did not want to be there.
He's still there.
Aubameyang, they're not going to.
Oh, I totally
He's
forgot about him.
literally still there.
I forgot he was even there. That's
Aubameyang, they're not getting much.
That's not his fault. That's not his fault.
Apparently not getting much out of him. I don't know.
that is crazy.
Lacazette, I
How
don't
old is
see-
he?
He's in his 30s.
Is he?
32.
Can we look this up?
Yeah.
I'm actually really curious because that does play a big role in it. No, Kale's got it.
What's it? Aubameyang.
Yeah, Emmerich.
30?
He's 30.
Oh, I mean, I guess then. It's
But
not-
Leicester wouldn't get rid of Vardy for 25 million. I feel like.
definitely not. Actually,
I don't think they would. I don't know. But I don't feel like that's an even.
It's not. It's
It's
not.
comparison.
No, fair.
Like Aubameyang has just produced his whole career.
What did we talk about this the other day? What would make Leicester sell for VAR, do you think?
Oh, he said 35.
I would
Imagine you could sell Jamie Vardy for 35 mil and buy him. Buy Aubameyang.
make profit.
With a profit, by the way.
Yes. I mean, as much as I love Vardy, don't get me wrong, it would be absolutely.
I mean, he's younger.
But they're both in the same league.
Yeah. I mean, it would be very sad to see Vardy go because what he has done with the club, like, it's literally legendary. You know what I mean?
Oh, 100%.
But, like, it's a business. You know what I mean? Like, so I would 100% be happy with that, to be honest.
I do think they keep James Madison.
I would love to see that.
I think just because the big clubs are looking elsewhere.
Yeah, because
Jack Grealish.
I personally, as a United fan, I would rather have Jack Grealish.
Yeah, you've told me that.
And it's like, but if they did sign James Madison, I'd be ecstatic about it. But I just
he's a sick player.
He's a good player, but I think he's like not anyone's huge need right now.
Fair enough. No, I can see that.
And
I'm completely fine with that. I would
I could see like Arsenal trying to get him, but that would just make zero sense to me as why they would. I mean,
why he would make that move?
He'd be one of the best players in their club, if not the best player in their club besides Aubameyang. But like, what is he gonna bring to that team with nobody around him?
Yeah. And why would you make that move if you're Madison as well?
Exactly. Yeah, it's like when you could be playing Champions League football possibly next season.
Yeah, exactly. It's like what?
Yeah, and I think like.
Do you think Ndidi stays?
I think he has at least another year because he has had a really good season, but it's also like
very good season.
I think he has to have another season like this season before he gets a big 6 or something.
Ndidi.
So do you think Leicester then? By that logic, you think Leicester pretty much?
I think if they want to go further than they have, which is hard to say, but like, I don't mean win the Prem, but I mean like, if they want to maintain where they're at, I think they need to start keeping guys like him instead of selling them.
No, for sure.
Like if they can keep Ndidi and Madison for a couple more seasons, like those are players you can build a team around.
Oh, 100%. And then also in that process, bring in more and more players as well.
I mean, finding players like Johnny Evans who have kind of had ups and downs careers, but then getting them
that is crazy.
But then getting them to play good for a season and maybe 2, like that's kind of invaluable for clubs.
Oh, so Yunchu as well. I mean, that's not Johnny Evans. Comparison, but I'm saying he's
younger. Yeah, he's younger.
He's super young actually. Like,
is Wes Morgan still?
He's still at the club, but he's
cap.
I say he's still the captain.
Hey, he's also a legend. He's also a legend.
That's something like on we can play FIFA career mode and like the captain who's like always in reserves, like always like knocking on the door for like playtime. I feel
coach, I think
Gary Cahill.
Yeah, for sure. Wait. We still haven't finished this list.
I was gonna say I think Spurs will always have a little not enough for the top players, but it's in like they still have good.
They have that question mark for the top players.
Yeah,
they never bring in like.
It's like they always, for me, you have like the best options for whatever to sign, but then they always scrape the
B-Tech of the best.
Yeah, but
they're still pretty good players.
Still a big baller.
Like they're still getting good players.
Eriksen's
still a big baller, but like when they signed him, like you weren't thinking he would go world class, and that's like one of the better
signings.
Ones that they've signed, and he's like actually gone way up.
Son's gotten better for Spurs.
Son's gotten better, but like
Son is actually sick.
Lamella.
I think Son should leave.
I agree.
I don't think he will.
I don't think he will.
He's such a nice guy. Trash. Trash, but I don't get him. But like Lamella, I don't know, Vertonghen, Alderweireld.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like
just like
center back,
just like a little bit below
finals.
Every time.
Yeah,
Trippier.
Would you put Leicester above Tottenham
right now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right now, I don't know, because as much as Mourinho has kind of had a downfall,
dude,
it's still for some players that's still an attractive proposition. And Harry Kane.
No, for sure.
I mean,
I'm still confused.
I'll take Harry Kane.
I know players will like playing under certain managers and not under other ones, but I've heard such mixed things on Mourinho's man management.
Yeah, I really think it depends on the mentality of players.
Because, like, Terry and Lampard love the dude. Like, they go on about Mourinho.
But also,
then,
I think their mentality as
Hazard
players.
just got crushed by Mourinho. Even though he won a league under him and played really well. But, like, the next season...
That makes sense to me, though.
And, like, Willian liked Mourinho a lot. But how, like...
He's
all
one
the
of those-
other wingers or attackers at Chelsea didn't like him, really.
I could see like why guys like Lampard and Terry like him because they're club first guys. They want to win over everything else. Whereas like as much of a baller as Hazard is, some of the things you hear like it obviously doesn't seem like he has top notch mentality. Like
Whoa.
like I mean the whole like playing
I'm not
Mario
gonna
Kart
argue.
before training, like 15 minutes
I'm
before
not gonna
training,
argue
like
that one.
like I could definitely see someone like Mourinho wanting to get the best out of a player like that, and then seeing like, oh, you're this good, but imagine if you didn't do X, Y, and Z, how much better you'd be. Like I legitimately think we'd be talking about him in the same breath as Messi and Ronaldo, or Neymar as well. Like if he,
The
like,
thing with that is,
he
like,
definitely could be up there.
you change... He wouldn't be the same person.
He
Exactly.
wouldn't be the same person. I agree
Neymar,
with
if
that.
Neymar worked harder or was a super hard-working
He's a
mentality guy,
type of player
he was
now.
not going to have the same
Flair,
creativity.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
So I think that's kind of a... I don't know.
I think some managers struggle to understand that though, because they're so big on winning and the club first and all that, and so like, and at least with Mourinho,
Yeah.
obviously a guy like Mourinho knows that he can win anywhere he goes, and so I think that when he goes somewhere, he knows that if you don't have the attitude I want, you don't have to be here because I can win without you. I've won without you
Yeah.
before.
But, like, for me, I don't think you can go to players like Hazard or Neymar and tell them to change anything.
Yeah.
I don't think you have the right to do that.
No, not at all. Like, let them be. Like, they're fucking sick for
As
a
much
reason.
as I understand if you wouldn't want them in the
Exactly.
club because of that atmosphere or that mentality, but, like,
Either accept it or
yeah,
don't have
it's a
that.
personal preference thing. But that's a sacrifice that I would take.
But then again, like the managers who win the most find a way to deal with that. Like I don't know,
No,
like
yeah,
the
for sure.
last dance with the Bulls. I don't know if you saw that, but like they had Dennis Rodman, who was insane.
Mhm.
Like he
Literally.
took a weekend trip to Vegas in the middle of their season, or he went to do WWE during the middle of the NBA Finals and like just left.
Bro,
like,
he like walked out in like pregame in like a wedding gown once or something.
I don't know what that has to do with it.
I'm just saying he's crazy.
No,
He's
yeah,
crazy,
he's crazy.
bro.
He's
That's
crazy.
what it has to do with it.
But,
He's
like,
crazy. Like, who walks out in a wedding gown? Like, what?
But like Phil Jackson, the Bulls coach, like dealt with that because he knew like, okay, I have to compromise because this guy's so good for us. So I think that's part of Mourinho's struggle is he's obviously never going to compromise just because he knows like
He
win.
kind of has that mentality too, though. He's very arrogant himself.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Should have taken a uniform stance.
They should have. Every league should have done the same.
So it said either A. I think FIFA should have said either A, void your season, and if you void your season, they should also have uniforms on, so people can't like what you have with some leagues who have voided the season and there's no champion, but then there's Liga who's voided the season and there is a champion. So there should have been either play the season out or void it, but if you void it, there's either no champion or there is whatever, like the same response,
Mhm.
because I think that would eliminate a lot of confusion, and it would eliminate a lot of skeptics about all this. Because I mean,
Well, the clubs that are in the situations that they're in are going to have different opinions.
Yeah.
Like
like
they're in
Brighton,
the relegation zone, or they're Brighton.
Brian's probably like, yeah, that's
No,
void the season.
no,
they
did.
wanted to. They wanted to.
Oh.
Brighton wanted the FA to take away relegation. They said that they would come back. They would support a return to play if the Premier League said no one's going to get relegated, and then the FA was like, no, we can't do that. And so they're like, we
They're
don't
like,
support.
no.
And then people were like, why are they doing this? And then people just looked at their schedule and were like, oh,
Oh, they are
which is kind
screwed.
of like it's kind of like what they use it as like a get out of jail free card. Like,
What do you think you're gonna do? You think that's gonna work? Oh yeah, let's decide the league based on what Brighton wants to do.
Yeah.
Well, Brighton said this. Can
Guess we gotta go with
And I don't know. I think the Bundesliga's done a good job.
Yeah, for sure.
Decent, yeah.
And
That's how I think it should be done in everything.
Bayern have looked top coming back.
No, they've looked so good.
Bayern, if the Champions League comes back, I think Bayern win the Champions League.
I mean, they're always a good shot.
It's
every
just
year, I think,
impressive.
though.
Like, every other team in Germany looks trash.
Yes.
And Bayern's
Except
just a
Dortmund.
machine.
Dortmund's looked really good too. Actually.
Dortmund's looked
Dortmund
good,
look
but
better than you would think.
Yeah, exactly.
Again, I don't know. Bayern just seems like up here, and they're just right below. Like, Bayern are just smashing it. And Dortmund are winning, and they're doing well. But, like,
No, I agree.
hey, bro, every other team in Germany, what? Have they trained at all? It's crazy.
You're seeing an insane amount of goals being scored. Like, I see so many 4-0 games in the Bundesliga.
Yeah. But not even just, like, looking at the scores. Just, like, when I watch the games,
Yeah.
the amount of, like, just missed passes.
Yeah.
Like, they're just play a 10-yard ball, and it'll just be, like, off. Even if it, like, doesn't go to the other team. Like, they'll just be playing around the back, and they'll just, like, pass it out for a throw-in. And I'm just like, yeah, what?
I don't know.
What is that pass?
And La Liga coming back as well. And that's
Back
a close,
Who's winning the league?
non-biased.
Non-biased? I have no idea. Like,
Can't be
literally,
non-biased.
Barca and Real Madrid are like, no, you take it. No, you take it. No, you take it.
Martin Braithwaite.
He looks good, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie.
Braithwaite, baby. Start Braithwaite. Sevilla.
Sevilla won today.
Honestly. 6 points off second.
With a game in hand.
Barca. It's going to be Barca Madrid for a second.
When's the...
You know what, though? Atleti at 6th.
Wasn't it... Oh, Classico just happened.
Oh, yeah, I remember Tyler was watching that. You got upset.
Yeah.
Is there another one?
I don't think so.
No.
No.
I mean,
There one right at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, it was 0-0.
I didn't even...
So El Clasicos are kind of whack
I don't
this
know.
year.
I miss the old days of El Clasico. The 2012s, 2010s.
BBC versus MSN, those were good El Clasicos. But also the ones where there would just be a brawl almost every time. Like when Pepe
Oh, fuck
was
Pepe. I
playing.
hate him.
Oh, those were some good
I hate
Clasicos.
But
Like,
also, you gotta miss him now.
those
You know?
were some entertaining games.
Fair enough,
He's
to be
one of
honest.
my
Like with
most
Mourinho.
hated player. I think he's probably my most hated player, but you just gotta miss him now because now, like,
And he did bring that entertainment factor.
And Mourinho Pep.
just
like,
the passion. Like, you know, I don't know. Longley is not gonna have the same passion as guys like
I don't
Pepe or
know.
Puyol.
He's been getting a few red cards lately, you know.
I don't know. Are Barca like getting anybody back from injury? Anybody like significantly getting?
Suarez.
Yeah, actually.
He had a bad injury.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
he-
really bad one.
he would've
Will he
been
even
out.
be back?
I think so. I think
Well,
he
it was
supposed
pretty
to be out for
bad.
like 3 months,
Madrid have. I mean,
2 months.
Hazard. I don't know what he's been eating in lockdown, so that's could be a
He's
clue.
looking fit, man.
He's fit. Take your word.
Madrid posts him scoring.
Honest to God, non-biased opinion, it's a toss-up. I can't even throw out a guess.
Let's look at it.
I mean, they
Barca still play Sevilla,
still play Atletico too, I think.
Atletico,
Yeah.
and are Bilbao good this year? I feel like they're trash.
Bilbao smacked Barcelona week 1.
It's smack 'em.
Bilbao are
That last kick by Aduriz was pretty fucking crazy, that's not gonna lie.
That's enough to be smacked.
I was remembering the bike.
Valencia.
Madrid, Villarreal.
Oh man, they have a way easier
Valencia.
schedule.
Espanyol.
Celta, Espanyol.
Yeah.
That was a derby.
Toss up.
Barca.
To be honest, Madrid might. After looking at the schedule, Madrid might do it, which would be really depressing.
I feel like it's definitely gonna come down to the last day. Like
Yeah.
I feel like one of the teams is definitely gonna have an opportunity to like go 6 points clear, and they're just not gonna do it.
I feel like it also, for La Liga, it doesn't matter as much looking at the schedule. It's just kind of like if Barca, for the last 11 games, turns up and plays like
they'll be
the good version of Barca, they're gonna win.
The thing is, they have not done that a single time this season. Showed up for 11 games straight and played that Barca soccer. You know what I mean?
No, they've only put together like a few.
A handful of performances. It has been quite a poor season for Barca.
They're but again, like I think it's just it doesn't really matter who they play. Like I guess Atletico. I don't know.
Sixth though. They might not even make Champions League.
It's true, but like,
which is crazy.
I think in general, I mean, Atletico's been like the only club that's really consistently made both of them struggle.
Mm-hmm.
But
they're not.
I think
not
just
great this
to be honest, Barca smokes Sevilla.
they do.
Yeah,
They
Messi
whoop their
Messi
ass
always
every
scores
time,
against them.
which is really impressive. Sevilla's not a bad squad at all by any means, but Barca's for some reason Barca is Sevilla's kryptonite. Like every time they just get smoked.
Well, we'll have some good topics to review next Friday after everything's happened, or actually, I guess next Monday.
Next Monday,
after all the games have been played.
Are we gonna watch the La Liga games?
I mean, yeah.
Watch the Barca game. Is that Saturday?
Saturday. What time?
You should know, super fan.
Don't look at the times.
You don't look at the times?
Matches.
Are you even sure it's Saturday?
1 p.m.
Oh wow,
You can do that.
I easily can.
Isn't that-
Can you?
Isn't that 10 Spain time? 10 p.m.
Wait, you're gonna be gone Saturday.
Yeah, I'll be.
John will be here. I'll be here.
What?
Alrighty, boys.
Is that time?
Week 1.
Class.
Week 1.
Get in
All
there.
right.
We're ready. We're back.
We're back, baby.
We're back.
Adios.